Okay, what's up? The most good-looking people on the internet. Today we're going to look at a kind of trending hot topic, which, I don't usually do. Partly because whenever I do try and do a trending topic, I always publish it slightly too late. And by the time it comes out, no one cares anymore. But this is no, viral sensation. It's just something that I saw recently and I thought, yeah, we can look at that today. There is a comedian by the name of Natalie Cuomo, or Cuomo. Natalie Cuomo the comedian. Now, prior to this classic internet moment, I actually hadn't heard of her, but I did see a clip of her, and she was doing her show, as you do, and she was confronted by a heckler, which is not uncommon if you're doing a comedy show. You know, it's something that, as a comedian, you've got to get used to and know how to handle. In fact, it wasn't really a heckler, it was just someone kind of clapping back because she was trying to roast the audience member, and the audience member was kind of having none of it, and wasn't being rude, he was just kind of giving a little snarky response. And she handled that interaction in a very calm, polite, professional, collected way.
This is the last show of my fucking... Look me in the fucking eyes! This is the last... Look at me!
No, jokes aside, that is a clip of her having a complete crash out during her show, which we will have a proper look at later. But let's look at the kind of comedy she does. She's a comedian. I love comedy. I love laughing. I love comedians.
We all know children are just like tattoos. They really are. Because they're permanent, expensive, painful. Everyone can tell if you did a bad job. You get one, you show everyone a picture. They pretend to care. And 18 years later, it looks like shit, but you have a story to tell. So.
That is fucking hilarious. Yeah, tattoos don't shit their pants, though.
A male therapist, and he called me the wrong name. He did. Thank you. We can take a moment, yeah. No, he called me Natasha. My name's Natalie, and I know! He came up with an excuse, too. He was like, Natasha's your angry alter ego. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, whoa, there goes Natasha. Angry again. Like, call me the wrong name? I'm just gonna pay the wrong therapist.
Nice. Is it just me, or is this not funny? No. Comedy is subjective, Murray. Which means that someone may consider something comedy, whilst another person might not consider that thing comedy. Comedy. However, what's the joke? Where's the punchline? I'm not trying to be a cock. I'm not trying to say that, oh, you should give up, your career sucks. I'm just saying personally, how is that funny? You went to your male therapist, you specified that he's male, because it's relevant to the story. Apart from if the joke is that men don't remember names, because, I don't know, he was too busy staring at your tits or something. Is that the joke? It's not the worst joke I've ever heard. It's not really a joke, it's kind of just a misunderstanding. Give this video a like if that just wasn't funny. I mean, the audience was laughing. The audience literally was laughing, so it is comedy. By definition, it's comedy. Just personally, I don't get it. Why is that funny? Please someone comment why that's funny. Why does that warrant a laugh? You do agree with me where, something has to be of a certain nature which actually makes you laugh. For me, slapstick and, watching people, comically fall over actually makes me laugh, as opposed to something that I find funny but just doesn't make me laugh, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm bored. What about this one? I had an ovarian cyst, which is already funny because it's to do with private parts.
I had an ovarian cyst. Us women, we know, it's so common. No one ever talks about it, and it's just so invasive and annoying. Because usually it's completely fine, but it's just a procedure that's pretty annoying, right? Because you have to go and you have to get an ultrasound, and this is what happened when I went. I had to go a few times. She took out this giant wand, bigger than any of my vibrators.
And there's a condom on it.
Yes, she does have a condom on it. She does. It is. She does protect us. You're right. I love you. I told you I love her, man.
Why is that funny? Am I missing? Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just stupid and I don't understand the joke. She pulled out a wand, and the joke is that is the joke? I'm guessing the wand is inserted in some way to do the ultrasound. Or is it? The wand is so big and everyone thinks it's a penis, so she puts a condom on it. And that's funny. Why is that funny? So does it go in? And is that how the ultrasound is? Because I thought ultrasound was stuff with the belly jelly. So I think the joke is that it's a big thing and it's so big that she put. Why would you put condom on it? I feel like a cock because I'm being like, oh, so what's the joke then? But like I'm just trying to. I want to be in on the joke. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying she ain't funny, but I don't get it.
What the fuck? I literally just got on my hands and knees and turned around.
That's kind of funny. Is this how it happens though? Is that how an ultrasound works? Do you just have like a thing, a wand inserted into you?
She's like, there's wipes on the counter.
People are like dying in the audience. Like, they're not laughs, they're like... You know when you can feel it in your diaphragm?
I always used to go for older guys, and people would tell me I had daddy issues, and I'd be like, I don't have daddy issues. I love my dad. I just love your dad more. But...
Nice! Daddy issues, and then she's like, no, I'd fuck your dad, though. Sick. Okay, so it's safe to say that she's not the best comedian I've ever witnessed. Not the worst though. I don't see the jokes. I'm not getting jokes from this. I'm getting just words. I mean, she's not unfunny. She's just not that funny. Okay, fine. We'll actually watch this meltdown. God, some of these titles are mean. Wannabe comedian has complete meltdown over Heckler.
Okay, wait. What made you want to ask him?
Huh? Why are you making it sound like we're a couple?
Oh my god, don't just...
Okay, so from what I know about the premise of this meltdown, these two guys are in the audience, and she talks to them and kind of makes it out like they're a couple, like a gay couple, but they're friends. So I think she asked like, "Oh, why are you guys here? Like, what brings you down or whatever?" And he says, "Oh, I just asked my friend if he wanted to come to this." And then she was like, "Oh, so you're gay then?" I mean, she didn't say that, but that was kind of the joke. And then this guy kind of clapped back and said... And it was at this moment where, you know, he becomes an official heckler. And I believe a heckler is someone who says mean things to the comedian on stage or whatever. And he said, "It's not my fault you don't have material." And she didn't like that. Clearly.
Oh, it's not that. Wow,
You can kind of tell that really got to her because she starts kind of stumbling over her words a bit.
It's not that. Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
I could leave right now if
Well,
I
I
wanted.
can roast you too. You can't just roast all of us and get nothing.
Whoa!
I see.
So if you've ever watched somebody have a freak out, you know that there's like a bit of a calm before the storm, and you can read their face. And if I was this guy, I'd probably take notice of that and maybe apologize, because you can kind of tell what's about to happen.
We're afraid because we felt like I was saying you're gay.
I can take the mic if you want.
But then he just keeps saying like rattling things basically. And to be honest, this guy's saying like some, you know, classic heckler shit. It's clever stuff, and here she has the perfect opportunity to use her comedic timing and skill to like shut him up basically, which is how a comedian heckler interaction is supposed to go. But it doesn't.
It's okay, he's your new friend.
I will say this, like, it is such a hard time in this world right now. There's so many people that came together to be supportive and fucking amazing.
The thing is, alright, I understand that you're saying that, you know, oh, this is a hard time and you're supposed to be supportive and this is a show, you're the audience, you're supposed to support me and whatever. But you did just kind of say, oh, what, are you here with your friend? Oh, and you're gay as well. Which, you know, is a classic kind of, it's a very juvenile way of insulting or roasting someone. Saying, oh, you think the joke sucked? Oh, well, at least I'm not gay. So, not that she even meant it in a homophobic way, because a female comedian is literally one of the most kind of liberal things you could be. I think she just more meant it in a way, like, kind of like trying to belittle their masculinity or something. I'm guessing was the intended ammo behind that shot. Insulting someone, they clap back with a kind of clever response saying, oh, you mean you're saying that because you don't have any other material? Do you want me to take the mic? I mean, that was a perfect opportunity for her to say something clever. She could have said, like, if he said, "Oh, you want me to take the mic?" Do you know what I would have said? I said, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Pretend it's a cock, yeah, and sit on it, yeah." That would have been fucking hilarious. I'm sure he probably would have found that funny too. The guy doesn't even sound rattled. He just sounds like, "Oh, you get okay then."
Putting negative. No, fucking look me in the eyes. You're putting negative fucking energy out here. This is the last show of my fucking. Look me in the fucking eyes. This is the last. Look at me.
Now, I know it's funny to see people lose their shit on the internet, but I do have sympathy because she's probably really burnt out. She didn't finish her sentence. She said, this is the last show of my whatever, tour, week, set. Probably very burnt out, and, you know, there was just one thing needed to just tip her over the edge. This video's not being like, look at this. Look at this fucking comedian crying. I mean, it's a bit of it's that, because you can't just do something like that and have zero internet repercussions. But my point is that yeah, I feel bad because she is like, you can tell because she was bottling it all up. You can see the kind of wheels turning in her head when he starts, you know, saying this stuff to her, and then it only takes, you know, the fact that he won't hold eye contact for her to completely flip. And she's like going, I mean, that would, if she was shouting at me like that, I'd be like, okay, you know what, Mark? Maybe we should leave. I actually might get glassed in the face. Yeah, leave a like if you agree with me on that one.
Okay? So don't fucking do that.
Do you know that one guy in the background? He just went, "Fuck yeah! Yeah, Natalie! Yeah, get it, Natalie!
Fucking do that.
Fuck yeah!" He just fucking came when she said that. That's why he came to the show. He just wanted to hear her fucking have a meltdown, and he's just there like... Anyway.
It's a sold out show and you want to say mean shit to me, okay? So don't fucking do that.
Do you know what that is right there? Do you know who that's not Natalie, that's evil Natasha alter ego. That's what her therapist was talking about. There she is. That's Natasha with her massive satanic wand with a big black condom on it. You know what? I would have loved if the camera was on that guy. I would have loved to see his reaction.
It's such a hard time in this world right now. There's so many people that came together to be supportive and fucking amazing, and you're putting negative. No, fucking look me in the eyes. You're putting negative fucking energy out here. This is the last show of my fucking. Look me in the fucking eyes. This is the last. Look at me. This is the last show of my. It's the last show of my fucking weekend. It's a sold out show, and you want to say mean shit to me, okay? So don't fucking do that.
He's just fucking bawling with tears. Like that, like maybe he had a bad week and she just set him off and now he's like crying. Like, this comedian's a bitch. Come on, Mark, we're fucking Always a bit of a concern also where the loudest moment the audience has been is the part where you have a fucking meltdown. That's also just not good for a comedian. Also, there's no laughter, it's just applause. Which applause is great, but the audience reaction you get in for a comedian is laughter. So it does speak volumes that the applause has been the loudest and the laughter hasn't. So I feel for her though. She probably isn't proud of that. She probably regretted that as soon as she composed herself and was like, that was too extreme. Shouldn't have done that. But, you know, if it's on the internet, it's gonna be talked about. So I think this incident actually happened about a couple of weeks ago or more, I don't know. But I'm just seeing on her Instagram Reel page, there is a thumbnail which says, "Did anyone see me have a meltdown recently online?" Which is probably the one that we just saw, unless meltdowns are a common thing for her. So this may be a response.
Did anyone see me have a meltdown recently online?
I did. We just watched it, Natalie.
So ironic that I went viral for saying "look me in the eyes" when my husband's autistic. I'm getting death threats online, okay? Like, all these guys are saying they want to finish me. I am used to men saying they want to finish on me.
Come joke. Natalie, come-o. At least I didn't make my husband walk the red carpet with his eggplant out. I mean, I don't know what Kanye West has just caught a stray for no reason, because he's done some pretty weird shit recently, but what has that got to do with anything? What's he got to do with it? You had a meltdown! To conclude, Natalie, if you are going to continue this comedian thing, I think you need to get better at how to handle hecklers, because, I mean, the guy wasn't even being a dick. He just kind of said something smart, which you didn't like, because it damaged your ego. Yes, that is why, and you can tell that that's it and it's nothing else. You know, I get that she's probably burnt out and probably wouldn't act like that every time, but still, I mean, like I said, that's the loudest the audience was in the whole of everything that I've seen. You need to work the crowd. You need to work the crowd. Dealing with hecklers is something you have to deal with as a comedian. Then I also think that there's a bit of lack of self-awareness, because in the response I was expecting you to be like, yeah, that was embarrassing, kind of, or weave that into a joke, but she kind of just said, no, don't fuck with me, Kanye West is weird, so shove that up your bum, just like that wand with my cyst. Anyway, just thought we'd take a look at this, because it's always interesting to watch people just lose control. Isn't that weird, how we like watching that? Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time with another one. Take care, guys. Goodbye.